having said last week that there probably wouldn't be any transfer business this week, has that enabled it to be a bit more of a normal week?
Not really. We try and keep the weeks pretty structured anyway. So whether people are coming in or going out, it doesn't really affect that, because when players do come in, they normally come in after the players are in. And if players are leaving for medicals and things, same thing happens. So no, it's not really affected. We weren't expecting anyone, but it wouldn't have affected it even if someone had come in this week.
And presumably you're still expecting no more business this week?
No, there'll be nothing done this week. That's for sure. We're quite happy where we are at the minute, just taking stock at the minute, and like I said, with Owen coming in, that's eating a chunk into what we had, so we'll just suck it and see at the minute.
And that taking stock process, how much does that also give Jonty Smith a little bit more time to sort of prove his fitness and you know, sort of give him a fair crack to make up your mind?
Well, there's lots of moving factors. Obviously, time. Jonty needs time. You know, he's still not training yet. The illness did knock him for 6, but it's given other people like Reg and Ruben longer to try and get to prove their fitness. They're all sort of things that are going into the melting pot. So it's with obviously the Crewe game, and then we've got a 10-day break as well. So it's given us a little bit of time to take stock.
How are Luke Varney and Ruben Reid coming through training this week?
Yeah, well, we've only had 2 days, obviously Monday, Tuesday, but they've both trained fully. Both very short on football, but the fact that they're on the grass with the lads training every day, it just adds quality into the group.
Would Saturday be too soon for them, or is there a chance?
There's a definite chance, whether we think it's too soon or not. They wouldn't be ready to start a game, but they might be ready to come off the bench for a period of time. But that's something that, as a staff, we'll have to get together and decide what's right, because one thing we do need to do is we need to be wary of, we don't want them to break again.
And I suppose actually the experience they've got, they both know their own bodies.
Yeah, which is, again, we need to trust them as well as they need to trust us. So that will be a conversation that will be had tomorrow to decide what the best team is, and B, what the best subs are that can potentially affect the game, whichever way the game will be going. Sort of makes sense, I think.
You've talked about Crewe being a free hit for you, and I suppose that takes some of the pressure off. How important is still having the underdog mentality for you, even though you're actually above them in the table, just?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a free hit for us at this point. I'm not sure when I said that. They're a good team. Of the teams we've played in the league, them and Swindon have been the 2 best teams that we've played. Although we've lost games, they've been the 2 that have moved us around the most and disturbed us the most, particularly when they've got the ball. So, you know, and Swindon being the other team. So they've got good quality. They have a definite way of playing. They've got real good rotations. They've got good width. I think they're the 2nd top goal scorers in the league behind Swindon, which probably tells you how good they are with the ball. I think they're 4th in the form table as well. So, like you said, it's 3rd v 4th. It should be a good game. It was a good game at our place. I thought they were the better team, probably until they had the man sent off, and I thought we were unlucky not to go and win the game. So it should be a close game, and I'm not sure I'd describe it as a free hit at this point of the season.
And you mentioned Swindon there as well. They played Swindon last week. Swindon won 3-1, but Crewe seemed to dominate possession. What did you make of it?
I didn't think Crewe deserved to lose 3-1. They probably should have been 1 or 2 up. Get goals change games, but Swindon are on that sort of run at the minute. They changed their formation in the morning of the day apparently, and they've just seemed to they're in that flow at the minute, Swindon, where everything they hit seems to go in. They've got some good players, make no mistake, but I thought Crewe were excellent in the game, particularly for the first hour. The goal that they scored was probably indicative of how they want to play. It was probably the perfect Crewe goal, so we're fully aware of the quality that they possess.
You want to play football, they want to play football, obviously. Do you need a contrast? Does that sort of work better as a matchup? Do you have to do anything different?
Well, that's up to us. That's the game plan we decide to pick. I can't really see us changing the shape that we play because it's been effective. But again, it's only Thursday morning. We've got 2 training sessions to go yet, so that's the back end of the week is when you start tactically looking at your opposition and how we can affect them and how we can cope with how they're going to try and affect us. So it should be a good game. Hopefully it'll be a good game anyway. And it'll be 2 teams definitely trying to play football. It doesn't always happen You know, we might have an off day, they might have an off day, or they might surprise us and boot it down our throat. But knowing David like I do, I can't see him coming away too much from what they do.
Ryan Broom obviously went off with a hamstring on Saturday. How's he?
Broomy won't be ready. I think he's the only one at the minute, other than John says so, and obviously Scotty Flinders. So I think Broomy won't be fit.
Any idea how long that might be? How bad is it?
It's not too bad. It's not a tear. He definitely felt something in it. So like I said, we've only got one game in the next 2 weeks, 10 days. So it's hard to say with a hamstring, but potentially he could be back involved for Bradford.